This how-to guide is meant to make you acquainted with main peculiarities of Skybuffer Simple Communication add-on implementation, and it shows how simple it is to send an email from the SAP system for invoice approval using our SAP certified solution. Skybuffer Simple Communication add-on is officially certified by the SAP company for the ERP system version 3.1 and is also ready for Solution Manager 7.2. Our business case is for you if you are implementing SAP workflow scenario for invoice release or monitoring, if your client's business users are kind of concerned about the SAP system flexibility in the communication scenarios, if you have a limited budget and timeline but still would like to increase your business process productivity. Skybuffer Simple Communication add-on is ready to provide you with interactive emails, easy to be adjusted to any corporate layout, and you are going to need only a few lines of ABAP code. Let us consider an example of implementing email communication interfaces for SAP workflow. The accounting department of some company has created an invoice. As soon as the document is saved, the manager is sent an email with an invitation of either approving this invoice or rejecting it. So you are going to see how easy, fast and convenient it is to create such an email for SAP workflow using Skybuffer Simple Communication add-on. The process of ABAP classes development for workflow scenario consists of three main blocks. First, you are to inherit the class with the main functionality on mails creating into your own class. Then, you are to copy the demonstrational class for mails creating according to a particular document type. Finally, you are to copy the demonstrational class in order to bind the notification to the workflow. Now, let us follow all the implementation steps in detail. You are to inherit the class of Skybuffer CL YCA1 ERP Mailbone. This is going to be the common core for all tasks on creating mails, on taking decisions on workflow. In this class, you are to redefine 4 separate methods on creating common corporate mail style. Let's choose the method of getTemplate and determine the template name. Alternatively, you can organize reading this template from any other source. Now header, the method of getHeader. Here we determine the mail subject and the company's letterhead, that is the name and the information stream. Now addressing the receiver, this is getSections. In this method we create a salutation and the text addressed to the receiver. And signature, getFooter. Here we create any template phrase for the footer. This class is created just once for all the documents types in the system. In order to create a mail on a particular kind of document, we are to copy a demonstrational code of Skybuffer CL YCA1 ERP Mail MMIV delivered with Skybuffer Simple Communication, specify the core class created in the previous step as its parent class, and redetermine the methods of filling in the mail content. First, the method of getSections. It affects reading the document and filling the mail with the data. Then creating buttons, getButtons. This method stipulates each button's actions, the words written on the buttons, other additional information, for example, workflow containers elements for making change, button templates, etc. This is going to be enough for simple notifications to be emailed according to documents without binding to the workflow. In order to bind the notification to the workflow, we need to copy the demonstrational class of Skybuffer CL YCA1 WF exit MMIV delivered with Skybuffer Simple Communication add-on and redetermine the following methods. Work item defining, this is the method of getFlow. This method defines which work item refers to sending email for approval and which one to the approved declined notification. Then, calling the class from the previous step, this is prepare mail. This method defines calling the mail creating. If necessary, we can redetermine the methods of reading the object from the workflow. This is getObject. From the workflow operation container or the work item. And getting agents, mail receivers, getActors. Our add-on can determine the agents either by rule or by initiator. All these classes use text elements. Also, our add-on has an implemented method of switching to the language of a particular receiver. This method provides multilingual support when creating mails directly out of the box. As we can see from this example, the programming code is not too big. It can take from 1 to 3 hours to program a code to create a mail and the workflow exit class. All you have to do to boost the implementation is to copy or inherit supplementary classes. If you need to implement a separate option, you are to redetermine the respected class method. I'd like to emphasize that the volume of a developed code is not too big, as the main part of the functionality is already implemented in the add-on. Now, we are going to open the backend system and here we are opening the invoice for which our mail has been created. To make it easy and more convenient for a person responsible for the invoice approval to spare him from the necessity to log into the SAP system, our mail has the main elements of the document: basic data and position data. As a result of calling the class method delivered in the YCA solution of simple communication, we see the following mail created. As we can see, it contains exactly the same elements as those shown in the previous step. So, implementation of simple communication add-on can significantly speed up development of SAP applications and utilities necessary to form, send, and process incoming emails.